Hey everybody, this is Jordan Knigge with Addicted Fishing. Today we're out here sitting on the bench on the side of the river and we're talking about some Brad's products. In particular, Brad's beads, and really the main stage is these Brad's bead pegs. It's super crucial when you're fishing any kind of bead setup to have these beads pegged above your hook to give that fish that gap in that hook set so that way they can grab those beads and have that hook buried into the side of their mouth. What's even more crucial than that is keeping that bead in place on your line so that it doesn't slide down to your hook and ultimately make you lose that fish. So Brad's come out with these little rubber bead pegs that work great, really because they don't hurt your line. You can fish all the way down to 6 to 8 pound test and peg your beads on your line without actually fraying or hurting or damaging that line, that leader line that you're gonna have this bead pegged to. So I'm gonna go through a quick little demo, show you guys how to use these. Super simple and super effective. It's a really good way to keep that bead peg. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna use a 14 mil so you guys can see it well. This is a Brad's bead, Brad's Roe bead. What I'm gonna do is I got my leader here. This is 15 pound test. So I'm gonna string that right on the leader. This is a little crash course for you guys. So what I'm gonna go with next is my little number 4 hook here, little octopus. To make it quick, I'm gonna tie just a normal fisherman's knot. And honestly, this is one of the normal knots I use on the river when pegging these beads. Just use a simple clinch knot. It's quick, easy, and incredibly strong, and it'll hold that hook down the whole time. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten that up without hooking ourselves, just like that. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take my little chain of bead pegs here. I'm gonna go red to red. You can kind of match these color sequences, which is really nice. You can keep that color mixed with your bead so that you're not thrown off the presentation. What I'm gonna do next here, and one thing I really like about these Brad's beads is the diameter of the hole. There's some beads on the market that have a bigger diameter hole, which really make it tough to peg these beads down and get them to stay all day long. So the diameter on these Brad's beads are a lot nicer, so it actually can stay nice and firm on your line. So what I'm gonna do here, so I'm gonna feed this peg through that main hole on that bead. Doesn't really matter what side you start from. I like to kind of use the line as well as it slides it through there, and you see how that end sticks out. Now the diameter on this end is different than the diameter on this end. So what I try to do is pull that bead peg all the way to where there's just about 1 centimeter sticking out, so I only have to cut one side. So I'm gonna pull it through nice and slow. You don't wanna pull it too fast and pull it all the way through. I'm gonna till that bead peg stops right about there. Then I'm either gonna take my scissors, or I got a knife here next to me that I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna trim off this tag end of that bead peg. Being sure to take this little guy home with you, of course. Don't leave your rubbish on the side of the river. And there we have it, you guys. A perfectly pegged bead with absolutely no infringement to your line. That's gonna slide up and down nice and easy. It's nice and firm on that line, so it's not gonna go down when that fish grabs it. And that's gonna allow those fish to grab that bead, suck that line across, and hook them right there in the side of the mouth every time. So check these things out, you guys. They work a lot better than a lot of the other stuff on the market, whether it be toothpicks or anything else. It doesn't hurt your line, and it keeps that bead in place all day long so that you guys can land those fish using these awesome beads. So thanks for tuning in today, you guys. Be sure to look for these Brad's beads at any of your stores in the Pacific Northwest or anywhere in the country, really. Be sure to get them in your box, and we'll see you out there on the river.